Now these are the rubber boats. I gotta tell you though, the cops who were there doing whatever they could, they were doing it out of their own heart. They were violating whatever orders they were getting. They were plucking people out the best they can with no equipment whatsoever. This car is actually floating, just so you guys know. It's not that the water is up there, it's floating. They have nowhere else to go. I don't remember in this case if they were all rescued, but at some point all of these guys are on top of that car. Again, please imagine what this water is like. That's the gas station, and folks, this boat can only take 5 people. I have no idea how they stay afloat. This guy did not make it. You notice whatever they could do to help people out, whatever they could get a hold of. These are actually police. If you can see, you can't really imagine it, but where they're stepping on is mud that is so thick. If you look at their faces trying to pull that boat out of that mud. This is the aftermath when the water receded. This is now their homes. If you notice, they are cleaning their stuff with mud water because there's no water. I'm just going to breeze through these. Hard to imagine these are streets. More people trying to rescue other people. This guy also didn't make it. This is what someone's inside. This is actually a very lucky household because if you take a look at it, they can still recover. Most people who lost it, there's a phrase that people use there right now. It's called back to zero. And when they say that, what they mean is they have everything they're wearing, and maybe even borrowing. Everything is gone. Imagine for a moment, whatever you have right now, whether it's your car, your home, or whatever, just imagine that, absolutely gone. And most of these people earn maybe $100 to $200 a month. It takes forever just to put a roof over your head. And in the blink of an eye, it's gone. This is almost over. I want to tell you guys a couple of stories, and then I will let go of the mic and turn it over to the nice people who are gracious enough to let me speak. Right after the storm, we went through Marikina just to see what we can do, and nothing could prepare you for what you saw. Absolute devastation. Children, 2, 3, 4-year-olds running around naked, covered in mud, begging for water. When was the last time you begged for water? Adults, I mean, with pans, anything, filthy ass pans. Just anything where you can put water. Right? They're not asking for sandwiches, they're not just water. And so we turned around and we went to the store, we bought water, we bought juices, we bought sandwiches, we made sandwiches, brought it there, and people just, I mean, our car was covered in mud. Just people just wanted to, and they just, people, if you don't speak Tagalog, I apologize because it gets lost in translation. Tubig po, may tubig po kayo. Tubig po. And anyway, so then you go to another city because I had to rescue our own employees. Who, some of them have small children and they've been on the second floor of the roof without water or food. And so about the third day, the relief center started to open, and one of our employees went. And the pandemonium, people were hurting each other for one tiny, measly plastic bag of a sandwich and a little Zesto pack, which is like a Capri Sun thing. So we're talking punching. She got punched in the head for the sack that she was holding, and she ended up just leaving with her kid. But we got to her anyway. A few hours later, we got to her. Now, for those of you who grew up in or have families in very affluent areas in Manila, for all intents and purposes, it's like nothing happened. The affluent neighborhoods recovered very quickly. You go to Makati, the bars are open, there's gigs, there's bands, there's drinking, like nothing happened. You don't have to go very far to see where the effect is. So, one of the problems with helping, and I recognize it because I'm there, and I'm sorry, I'm not a political person. I'm just a humanitarian, just helping out people. But the government was nowhere. When the second time we went to Marikina, there was a truckload of soldiers, about 40 or 50 of them, basically playing tongits in the truck, while all of these people over here begging for water, they needed help in clearing out debris. They were just sitting there. We were passing out sandwiches. They were just sitting there. There were people lined up with water jugs to get filled up in the camps, the military camps. They won't let them in. Senators in their beautiful SUVs with 4 escorts, because Lord forbid somebody try to mob them, would stop, take pictures, and take off. And it's gut-wrenching. So it's hard for you to think about where you're going to put your money. It's hard to trust where you're going to give your money. So I ask you if this is a great place to do it. You know it's going to get there. If you're still hesitant, or if you feel like you just need to give it to like a governmental agency, let me ask you not to, and to just pray for them. You would do more good for them praying for them than giving your money somewhere else. You don't have to believe me. But this shouldn't be like this up to now, if the government was doing. And there was an article when I left that they pretty much used up 27 or 30 million pesos that came in already, and everybody is seething with anger, trying to figure out where the hell did it go.